for 12 years. Now, this may sound strange, but crowds can be extremely lonely. You can find yourself in a crowd and still be lonely. You can find yourself around a whole lot of folk and still be lonely. In the first part of verse 44, apparently Jesus had already passed her by. And the scripture says that coming up behind Jesus, she touched the fringe of his robe. Jesus had already passed her by. She's in the crowd. She's been hurting and suffering for 12 years. And now Jesus has already passed her by, and now she comes up behind him. She must have been at a very low point in her life, because it says that she came up behind him and she could barely reach out and touch the hem of his robe. She was at a very low point in her life. Has anybody ever been there before? There's a crowd around you, and folk may not even know how much you had to cry last night. You're good at coming around the crowd and smiling. You're good at putting on the show. You're good at making it seem like everything is okay. But on the inside, you're tore up. On the inside, you're hurting. On the inside, you're confused. This woman had been suffering for a long time, and she was at a very low place. And the best she could do was crawl and touch the hem of his garment. It was a challenge, but she did it. It was difficult, but she pressed. It was hard for somebody to come this morning, but you pressed. It was hard for you to give God praise, doing praise and worship, but you did it. It was difficult, but she pressed. She could have just conformed to the crowd, but she was tired of being broken. She was tired of being damaged. She was tired of being